What's going on, YouTube? It is Thursday morning, August 4th, 2022. Just a quick update. If you guys were looking for episode number 3, it's no longer on there, of course, because YouTube took it down. They issued me a little warning saying that if I violate terms again, then I'll get a strike and won't be able to upload for a week and all that fun stuff. So, anyways, that's what happened this morning, or yesterday morning now. Um, that's why episode 3 is no longer on our YouTube page. Not exactly sure what I did wrong or what I violated, of course. They don't tell you. But that episode was taken down. I appreciate anybody that watched it, anybody that liked it, anybody that subscribed by watching that video. Thank you very much. Today we're going to get into a Zero Hedge article. We're going to try and maybe censor ourselves since we clearly don't have a respected First Amendment, at least not on YouTube or any of these other social media platforms. Today's article is going to be a Zero Hedge article. It's Senator demands California MPX state of emergency, defends weekend kink street fest. San Francisco Senator Scott Wiener demands monkeypox state of emergency, but defends weekend kink and fetish street festival. Wiener was silent on nearly 2 years of school closures for California's 6 million school kids. That's a lot of school kids, 6 million. I didn't realize that. Even growing up there and going to school there, it didn't seem like we had that many, but you know, it's been some years. Been out here in Colorado for I think about 11 years now. Article goes on to say, last Wednesday, the Globe reported State Senator Scott Wiener, Democrat from San Francisco, called on San Francisco and the governor of California to declare a state of emergency due to the MPX outbreak. He requested testing, vaccination, and contact tracing infrastructure. Notably, Senator Scott Wiener was not only silent on nearly 2 years of school closures for California's 6 million school kids, he supported the decision. He also supported businesses and churches' lockdowns. Yeah. So he supported the school closures, he supported the business closures, the church closures and lockdowns. California has reported 346 cases of MPX, and I'm saying MPX, so hopefully I won't get in trouble, YouTube. San Francisco has 222 of those cases. However, within days, Wiener was bashing the CDC for calling the LGBTQ community to abstain for a couple of weeks. Okay, so I guess what they're trying to say in this horribly worded sentence is that the CDC was basically asking for that community to kind of lay off of all sorts of stuff, avoid sex of any kind, anal, oral, or vaginal, and Wiener had a problem with that. He didn't like that. However, the annual Kink and Fetish Street Fair was on the weekend calendar. Lecturing people not to have sex isn't a public health strategy, Wiener said. It didn't stop HIV. It made it worse. And it won't stop monkeypox. What will work is getting one of those, jabs, testing, and education. Public health officials demanded 2 weeks of lockdowns to slow the spread of you-know-what in early 2020. But Senator Wiener doesn't support 2 weeks abstinence to slow the spread of MPX. Well, of course not. He's not going to be behind that. He doesn't want to put a slow down to all the crazy stuff going on in the city. He wants the fairs and all that kinky stuff to keep going on. The annual Up Your Alley Leather and Fetish Fair is expected to go on this weekend in San Francisco's SoMa area, despite widespread concerns about the spread of MPX and the city's decision to declare a state of emergency, the San Francisco Chronicle reported. Senator Wiener's statement seems almost negligent and even callous to the very constituents he represents. It was a CDC. Uh, I'm not even going to read that because that doesn't even make. I mean, you can read that if you want to, but that's just a dumb sentence. It's not even written so that you can even make sense of it. I don't know what was going on. Was there like a lot of autocorrect going on, cut and pasting going on when she wrote this? Not sure. But either way, yeah. What Wiener was agitating for after calling that state of emergency is the annual, formerly known as Folsom Street Fair Kink and Fetish Festival in San Francisco, now called Up Your Alley. Thankfully, they shortened it. Jesus. Organized by Folsom Street, which also produces the Folsom Street Fair. I lived close to Folsom, so I'm kind of familiar with that, but definitely not familiar with the Up Your Alley thing. Up Your Alley, aka Door Alley, where you'll get your fill of hot, hairy daddies, hungry pigs, BDSM babes, and kinks of all kinds. Douchies got some tips for a fun and filthy weekend free of anxiety, was the Fetish Fair retweet Wiener posted on Twitter. Senator Wiener tweeted, "Awesome!" at SF AIDS Found, I guess Foundation probably. Guidance. So awesome guidance on MPX and fun. We can continue to have fun while reducing risk. Closing bathhouses in 1980s didn't reduce HIV. It was an epic blunder, and it pushed people into the shadows. Let's not make that same knee-jerk mistake with MPX. So there, like if I get in trouble for using MPX, hey, you know what? The senators are using it. Why can't I use that terminology? Excuse me. How quickly Senator Wiener forgot the last 2 years of. Can we use it on this channel? Can we use like Karankle or Karachi? It's kind of an homage to James Munder, if anybody was a fan of James Munder here on YouTube. But he came up with the funniest names for what was going on early 2020 and 2021 and 2022 now, and they're still trying to push it, and I'm sure they're going to bring it back in the fall. But anyways, let's get back to the article. How quickly Senator Wiener forgot the last 2 years of that, causing school and business shutdowns and lockdowns. The millions of California children who were kept out of school and forced to do Zoom classes, and I'm going to have to paraphrase here, people, because this article is just written like crap. Forced to do Zoom classes for their school from the family dining table. The small businesses and churches forced to shut down, while Walmart, Target, Costco, and Home Depot remained open. And then another one, the many and wild liquor stores. I don't get why they wrote it like that. While many, maybe they got the words mixed around. While many liquor stores remained open. Maybe that's what they were trying to say. I don't know. Anyway, Zero Hedge, you need to fire your editor. They suck. He was savaged on Twitter for his insensitive, gross oversight. This tweet summed up the myriad replies. Quote, 2 years ago, small business owners worried about their livelihood was dismissed as Karens wanting to kill grandma for a haircut. Now, a street orgy is considered an imperative right. What's equally reckless is that the San Francisco AIDS Foundation website promoting the Kink and Fetish Street Festival wrote, "Keep in mind that there are a lot of ways to reduce risk. You may choose to use one or two of these suggestions, or none at all. And a quick reminder to remember Karachi precautions and to get the jab for meningitis if you haven't already. So I guess you need meningitis jabs for this. First I've read about that. Interesting. Douchey hopes that you have a happy and healthy door alley. I don't know how much of this stuff I can read, guys. This is hard. This is like, this hurts your brain. The San Francisco AIDS Foundation says, so that was their little slogan, I guess, for this year's Up Your Alley Street Festival was Douchey hopes you have a healthy, oh my gosh, I can't read it. Douchey hopes that you have a happy and healthy door alley. Anyways, the San Francisco AIDS Foundation continues. MPX is transmitted from person to person during skin to skin contact with a person who has a rash, like during sex or dancing. But devil be damned. Man, so basically the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, and I'm not going to read all this because this is going to take forever, and I'm going to try to keep this under 15. So the San Francisco AIDS Foundation recommends playing dress up. That's interesting. Okay. I don't see what that's going to do, but okay. Anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much, the gist of it. I mean, there's a little bit down here, I guess, that I could read. Now you have Wiener pushing MPX jabs, creating millions in new pharma profits. See? That's the thing, is that you always have to worry about these politicians, are they just lobbying for big pharma? It appears like, here we are again in another situation where that's going to be definitely, a possibility. So now you have Wiener pushing MPX jabs, creating millions in new pharma profits, if not billions, if it gets out of hand enough. Instead of simple cost effective measures such as temporarily shuttering bathhouses, blocking the servers of gay hookup apps. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's kind of Big Brother, 1984-ish. And recruiting prominent celebrities to preach temporary abstinence. Oh yeah, because I'm sure they're going to get a lot of these Hollywood jokes that nobody even pays attention to or listens to or even wants to see them in a movie anymore. Yeah, we're going to get them to go on there and preach temporary abstinence to all the LGBTQ AI plus whatever community. I can't even keep up with all the letters and symbols, but anyways, why are gay men somehow protected against public health enforced social distancing during an outbreak? It's all about money. Wiener doesn't really care about gay men. For him, they're a profit center. I don't know enough about Wiener, I guess, to say how he feels. I don't know if he identifies as gay or what, but it's definitely, guys, right here. It's all about money right there. Yes, it's definitely all about money. Uh, he, none of these politicians care about anybody that they claim to represent, and that's the sad part, and that's what needs to change. So, anyways, I'm gonna end this right here, guys. Just wanted to bring you that story from Zero Hedge. Kind of interesting. That people weren't allowed to go to their relatives' funerals or any of that kind of stuff during the pandemic, but now we've got a new issue, medical thing going around that they're going to try to make into a new pandemic. And, it's okay. Yeah, just go ahead and have a whole kink street fest. And I've heard even crazy stuff, guys. Like they were telling people, even if you have like sores and stuff, just cover up your bumps. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting, and obviously that's so irresponsible. It just it's California though. I mean, love it or leave it. That's that state, and if you live there, I kind of feel bad for you, but I don't because I lived there for a long time too, and I put up with it, and I moved, and I'm happier now. So, anyways, all right, like, share, comment, subscribe, please, guys. We're only at 9 subscribers. Thank you to the last couple of subscribers that we had in the last few days that subscribed. You guys are awesome. If you guys can share the channel, get the word out that there is another channel um, dedicated to the truth, dedicated to the news, and I'm going to try and keep it as objective as I can. Obviously, I have my own preferences, I've got my own opinions, um, but when it comes to serious issues, I'm going to try and present both sides as fairly as I can. And I just want to bring everybody uh, up to date on current stuff. I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna hopefully get this, you know, whole system down. Hopefully, won't get any strikes or anything that's gonna slow my progress. But yeah, guys, I'd really love to grow this channel and get some more subscribers. Share this video. Share other videos from our channel. Like, subscribe, and get some comments out there. Start a discussion. You got an open forum right here, guys. Well, open forum with YouTube censorship. So be careful what you write, I guess. All right, guys. Have a good day.